What's going on? What's happening, fellas? It's your boy KD. Let's get right into it. So let's get better today, fellas. Let's get better. Today we're going to talk about how to develop a masculine frame. This is actually a topic that I've been getting requests for in the past, and this is actually one of my favorite topics to talk about. So this is definitely going to be a good one, guys. So make sure you make it to the end of the video because you guys always know I save the game for the end. And if you're new to my channel, the point of my videos is to help you become a top tier man, become the best version of yourself, and live a fulfilled life. All right, fellas, the first facet of developing a masculine frame is controlling your emotions. All right, guys, see, a lot of guys got this whole masculine frame thing mixed up. You know, there's different perspectives on masculine frame. A lot of dating coaches keep telling you to, keep a masculine frame while you're on dates and while you're interacting with women. Guys, masculine frame is not just about women and, holding your frame while you're on dates and not laughing at all her jokes and things like that. That's not what masculine frame is about. Yes, keeping a maintained attitude and having an even temperament when you're around women, yes, that is very beneficial. But there's a big part of masculine frame that a lot of guys are missing. All right, fellas? So when I say controlling your emotions, what I mean is how you react to things. That's a big part of your masculine frame. It's how you react to things. Whether it's bad news, whether somebody cuts you off in traffic, whether your girl wants to start an argument, whether something inconvenient happens to you, that is where you can definitely tell whether or not you have a grasp on your masculine frame. Now, when I was in my 20s, I'm going to tell you guys a little story. When I was in my 20s, all right, fellas, I'm 33 right now, but when I was in my 20s, I didn't really have a grasp on my masculine frame. All right, guys, especially when it came to women. All right, like I told you guys before, now I've got to the point where I don't really argue with women. I'd rather walk away. But when I was in my 20s, I would find myself arguing with women, going back and forth with women, having shouting matches with women, whether she was wrong or right. I now understand that that wasn't the right thing to do. Not in the moral aspect, because she could have been wrong. I'm talking about in a masculinity aspect. Because as a man, it's not my place to go back and forth with a woman. Okay, because when I go back and forth with a woman and I don't control my emotions and I don't remain stoic, that is me stepping into her feminine frame. You guys already know, females, most of them, they like arguing, guys. They don't like getting to the point. They don't like solving a problem. Most females like the chaos. All right, but part of masculinity is order, all right, which is the opposite of chaos. So you have to control your emotions, not just when you're chilling with a girl and when you're flirting with a girl, but actually when she tests you, and she goes against your authority. And I don't mean literally disrespecting you. If any woman disrespects you, you give her a half a chance and you walk away. I'm talking about when a woman starts to test you, when she starts to give you shit tests. That is when your masculine frame should really come in effect. All right, guys, but like I said, in my 20s, I didn't really understand that, okay? I kind of got the idea that men's supposed to be more even-tempered and more stoic, but I didn't really understand how I can use that in my life. All right, guys? And just a little funny story. Another way, I would find myself in my 20s not really holding my frame is even with my dog. Okay, guys, with my dog. And the reason why I mention my dog is because I used to have a pit bull. Her name was Rose. And the reason why I mention my dog is because my dog taught me a lot, G. I ain't gonna lie. My dog taught me a lot. My dog taught me that when you don't hold your masculine frame with people and you're too goofy and too playful and you react too emotionally to situations, people will test you more. Okay, even animals. I realized even with my animal, with my dog, my pet, when I was too playful with her, when I was too emotional with her, she would test me more. But when I held my frame, and I played with her sometimes, but most of the time I was serious with her. I made sure there was order in the house when she was there. Bro, it was day and night. I even found this out with my dog. This will happen with little children. Children will show you whether or not you're holding your frame or not. All right, guys, I always say this. If you want to find out how masculine you are, it ain't about you contesting with other men or fighting other men or going toe-to-toe with other men. Find out how women and children react to you and how they treat you. That's going to definitely tell you how masculine you are, because the more masculine you are, the more frame you have, women and children are not going to test you. They're going to respect you. They're going to submit to you. All right, guys, so if you always have women testing you, and for some of you guys, if you have children, if you're always having children test you and go against your authority, it's 9 times out of 10 is because you're not holding your frame and they can see it. People can feel your frame. All right, guys, that's why controlling your emotions is so important, because you can walk around like the Terminator all you want, but if you can't control your emotions, guys, you're missing the point. It's not going to work, okay? People are going to look at you as a fake. Okay, guys, and nobody likes a fake, okay? People like authentic masculinity. All this walking around like a tough guy, bro, that ain't it, all right? That ain't it. Women can smell it on you, all right, guys? So don't do it. And, guys, if you have not visited my website yet, go check that out, thetoptierman.com. That's where you can get my fragrances. I got my Top Tier Charisma, which is my year-round fragrance. Also, the summertime fragrance, very popular fragrance right now. This is the Superman, all right, guys? Very bold, masculine fragrance. Both of these guys are very masculine. This is a more oud smell, guys. I know you guys heard that story that I told y'all when I was on my motorcycle. Y'all know I ride bikes. I was on my motorcycle when that girl jumped on the back, guys. I had to literally pry this girl, literally kick this girl off my bike just because of this bottle right here, guys. All right, so y'all make sure y'all go check that out. thetoptierman.com. You can also book a one-on-one coaching call with me. All right, guys, so I put a quote at the beginning of the video, and it said simply, don't pray for less problems, pray for more skill. And I think the biggest problem with masculinity, all right, guys, and the biggest problem with guys in their masculine frame is how men look at problems today. Okay, guys, problems and difficulties. Most guys, when they face any problems or difficulties, and this goes back to how you react to things, all right, guys, because you want to know how to get more women, right? You got to understand, when you have problems and difficulties in your life and you're dating or courting or you're in a relationship with a woman and you're seeing her maybe on a day-to-day basis or a couple times a week, you got to understand, when your woman or your girl or the chick that you're dating, when she sees you react negatively to problems and difficulties, that is a huge turn off. And that's definitely you stepping out of your masculine frame. Now, I am not saying that men don't go through things. I go through things myself. All right, guys, but I understand. I feel more like a man when I can face my problems and my difficulties with stoicism in a very calm, masculine manner. All right, guys, I'll give you an example. Let's say you're hanging out with your girl, right? And you get a call from your job and they firing you on the spot, all right, over the phone. Like, they ain't have no decency to call you up to the job or nothing. You chilling with your girl, eating Domino's, watching Netflix, and your job call you at 5 p.m. on your day off and tell you you fired. All right, like Craig from Friday, you got fired on your day off. Now you mad and you still on the phone with them. You got two options, all right? Especially if your girl like overheard them say you fired or whatever. She's paying attention, guys. Trust me. She may not be actually paying attention, but she's listening and looking in her peripheral, paying attention to how you react to that situation. And if you start yelling and cussing and crying and screaming, oh, I can't believe this ain't fair, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Bro, trust me. And I understand that's your job. It ain't all about your girl. I'm just telling you guys for the point of the matter. You got to understand that how you react to problems have a lot to do with your masculine frame. All right, fellas? But on the contrary, if you answer the phone, your job call you, they fire you on your day off, you wasn't expecting it, now you mad. You know what I'm saying? Now you got the other option. You can, okay, I totally understand. Is anything we can do to solve the problem? No, all right, I appreciate you guys' time. It was great working with you. No harm, no foul. All right, guys, no hard feelings. And then you hang up the phone and you look for another job or you find another means of income. Bro, when I tell you the differences in reactions that you will get from your girl, and it may not be that instant reaction that you get from her, okay? It may show over time. It may reflect over time how she starts to treat you just because you handled that one situation. All right, guys, but a lot of guys think that masculine frame is all about what you and your girl doing together, like how you react to what she do. It's about how you react to the world. All right, guys, because that's why women test you. That's really the only main reason, biologically, natural reason why women test you. Some women test you just because they're a pain in the ass, guys. But some women test you because they want to see how you react to them. Therefore, it's going to determine how you react to the world. And one of the things that I don't talk about, which I'm going to touch on today, and I may be talking more about it in more of my videos, guys, is the world, society, the matrix, whatever you guys want to call it. All right, everybody got their own different names for it. Some people like to call it the matrix. All right, guys, but society and the world, they do not want men to be men. They don't want you to be strong. All right, guys, I understand it is very hard holding a masculine frame nowadays. You know what I mean? When everybody's bashing men, you know, calling men toxically masculine and all this stuff, and calling you a narcissist when you actually are a stoic masculine man. I totally understand the backlash that you're going through when you are holding your frame throughout the world, because people want men to be feminine, and it's hard nowadays because people complain that men are too feminine, but when you're too masculine, they complain about it too. It's hard for men these days, so I understand. But you have to understand the purpose of why this is going on. Okay, guys, you have to understand the programming and the agenda of why they want men to be weak. It is for a purpose. Okay, guys, it is no coincidence that thousands and thousands of years, men have been strong, men have been masculine, men have held masculine frame. All right, guys, men have been savages, and they have been praised, worshiped, and respected for it. It is no coincidence that only in the last 50 to 60 years that men have been bashed. Okay, guys, men have been shamed just for being masculine. All right, fellas, this is one thing. Like, you'll never catch me standing in the streets protesting with signs and nothing like that. That's why I make these videos. But this is one of the things that I'm passionate about. Okay, I'm passionate about masculinity. Not just because I want to walk around calling myself an alpha male, a king, and all this stuff. It is only because I am seeing real time the results and the responses of society because of the lack of masculinity, the attack on masculinity, should I say. All right, fellas, so you got to understand the world does not want you to be strong. Okay, guys, because the world knows strong men cannot be controlled. And it's crazy because how much society, okay, how much the Matrix tries to get rid of masculinity. This is what women want, guys. This is what women want. I told you guys about when I was in my 20s. I can see day and night from when I didn't have a masculine frame, when I was in my younger 20s, to now in my early 30s, now that I do. It's day and night, bro. It's day and night. The reactions, the responses that I get from women is day and night. Women rarely test me now. Yeah, women are going to be women. Okay, the most masculine man in the world is going to get tested. So I still get tested, but not half as much as I used to, guys. Women respect me more. Women submit to me more. Women follow my lead more. Okay, guys? Just because of my frame. Now, there's other things that I got to do to keep it going and retain these women, but I'm trying to get you to understand initially. Okay, I get way better reactions from women. Okay, guys? I still have to approach women. I still got to spit game. I still got to do my thing. But at the same time, the problems that most guys have with women, some guys don't have because they understand masculine frame, okay? It is very important. So understand controlling your emotions, fellas, in all situations. Whether it's with women, whether it's with your job, whether it's with your boys, I don't care where it is. Control your emotions. And another thing about masculine frame is understanding stress. All right, guys. Now, this is not one of those masculine frame videos when I'm telling you how to poke your chest out and not laugh at a woman's jokes and be all tough and cool and suave and keep your shades on at night. This ain't one of those videos. I'm giving you the truth, G. All right, I'm giving you the hardcore truth about masculinity, okay? And one of the things about masculinity you need to understand is the importance of stress. Okay, guys, now, this is my take on stress, okay? And you guys can drop in the comments and let me know what y'all think. All right, guys, but the difference between masculine men and feminine men, and I'm going to just tell you straight up, I'm going to keep it cut and dry. No gray area. This is black or white. The difference between masculine men and feminine men is masculine men understand that stress is actually a good thing. All right, guys. Now, I'm not saying stress is a good thing when you should be causing stress on yourself and causing chaos in your own life. But you need to understand that stress is a good thing. Bro, they did a study, okay? And don't quote me on this study. I cannot tell you the source, but I've heard about this study many times. And they studied top CEOs. All right, guys, and they studied the CEOs that believed that stress was a good thing. They actually lived longer than the CEOs that believed that stress was a bad thing. Because as a CEO, you're going to deal with a lot of stress. But hear me out again. The CEOs that believed that stress was a good thing and stress is a part of life and stress is a motivator and stress is a thing that keeps them up at night and keeps them focused on their goals and keeps them committed and persistent and consistent. Those were the guys that lived longer. The guys that believed that stress was a bad thing, that believed they shouldn't have stress and they ran away from stress, stress became an inhibitor for them. And obviously we know stress can cause physical damage, but it's how you look at it, guys. And I'm not gonna lie, when I wake up in the morning, I look for stressful situations to conquer. I like stress, okay, guys, because I've been an entrepreneur so long. I've been working for myself so long, full commission for so long, all right, over 10 years, that I've gotten to the point where I understand that in every stressful situation, there is an opportunity. Every great moment that I've had, every accomplishment, every win, everything that I've conquered, it derived from a stressful situation. I've never conquered anything big and it started off easy and it wasn't stressful and it was all light and sunshine and rainbows and doo-doo-doo. It wasn't like that, guys. All right, guys, anything in life that is worth something, it is going to be hard. All right, guys, and that's another thing that guys got to understand about masculine frame. All right, guys, your masculine frame, as I said, is not just about how you interact with women. It's about how you interact with life. Okay, guys, I posted something on Instagram, I think it was earlier today, and I said the men that do the best with women, the men that have the less problems with women, they don't focus on women. They focus on excellence. Okay, guys, so if you focus on your masculinity in every area of life, I guarantee you, bro, it's going to come natural with women. Women just going to bow to you and submit to you automatically, guys, because when they just look at you, all they see is toxic masculinity. And they love it, guys. They love it. All right, so the next time somebody call you narcissistic or misogynist, or they try to label you as toxic masculine, bro, just smile. Just smile, because it should be a compliment. Because I said this, and I'm going to stand on this. You know, and like Boosie said, y'all can hop in my DMs or whatever. I'm going to stand on it. All right, guys, I'm going to stand on this. And I'm going to tell you this. If people, all right, especially women, are not calling you a narcissist, a misogynist, or not using your name in the same sentence as toxic masculinity, you are doing something wrong. Okay, guys, because all the qualities, traits, and characteristics that they label toxically masculine, narcissistic, and misogynistic are all great masculine qualities that almost every single woman, if she was drunk on one of her most honest nights, would admit that she loves. All right, fellas? So masculine frame, all right, is one of the cornerstones of masculinity. Holding your frame, all right? One of the keys, never step into a woman's frame in any circumstance. Learn how to control your emotions. Don't get too upset. And it's going to be a little controversial. Don't get too happy. Okay, guys? And I'm not saying you can't be happy like the happiest day of your life. I'm saying when I say control your emotions, I'm not saying you can't have emotions. I'm saying control your actions. All right, control your actions that your emotions want you to act on. Okay, guys, so if you're real happy, you just won $1 million and your emotions is telling you to jump up and down and skip and twirl and dance and stuff in public in front of a bunch of chicks, hey, maybe you want to do it, but it's probably not the appropriate time for it. Okay, guys, something traumatic happened to you and you want to burst out in tears in front of your chick, hey, to each his own, but I wouldn't recommend it. Okay, that's another thing, you know. I'm not going to talk too much on that, okay, because I've said this before. But, bro, don't be crying in front of your girl, G. All right, don't cry in front of your girl. A lot of guys are, I can cry in front of my girl. She loves me, man. Whatever, bro. Don't cry in front of your girl. I know a lot of chicks who love their man, but lost attraction for him a long time ago because he thought it was okay to cry in front of her. But you guys already know the end to that story. All right, fellas. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in today. Don't forget the toptierman.com. You can check that out. You can get both of my fragrance, Top Tier Charisma or Top Tier Superman. Going crazy right now. Also, you can book a one-on-one coaching call with me where I can help you with your problems, whether they be women, dating and relationships, finances, or fitness. All right, fellas, and if you made it this far in the video and have not hit that like button, I would appreciate it if you go click that like button. Also, hit the subscribe button as well so you can get access to all of my new videos. It's your boy, KD. We out of here, baby.